In this scenario, I'm going to describe an all-in situation and how the dealer would handle that all-in. But right now I'm going to tap, burn, and turn for the 4th Street betting, and I'm going to go to the high hand. And the high hand on 4th Street between the two cards is the 9 of clubs and the 5 of hearts. So 9 of clubs, you're high, check or bet. This player on 4th Street can fold, or he can check, or bet $5, and he's going to bet the $5. I'm going to ask the next player, call 5. The player opts to bet the 5, and I'm going to ask the next player, 5 to call, and he will bet the $5 also. I'll bring the money into the pot, and I'll pitch the 5th Street card. Tap, burn, and turn. I am still looking for the high hand, and a pair of 4s landed, so I need to announce ASAP, 4s, you're high, check or bet. On 5th Street betting, the big bet is now $10. The player opts to bet $10. I'll go to the next player and ask him, sir, 10 to call. The player will bet the 10, and this player here will bet the 10 also. If you notice, this player does not have any more money in front of him. So the dealer needs to be aware of this and announce, player is betting $10 and all in. Please remember that the pot is still correct. Everybody bet $10, and I can bring it into my center in the middle. I'm going to tap, burn, and turn for 6th Street. I have to remember that the pair of 4s are high, and I will go back to the 4s on 6th Street. I'll ask the 4s, pair of 4s, check or bet. The player will bet $10. The next player I'll ask, sir, call the 10. The player opts to bet 10. If you notice, this player has no money in front of him, so the pot is not even. I cannot bring this money into the main pot because simply it's not even. So the one who did not pay this money, who did not contribute to this pot, I need to put the money in front of this player, right in front of this player, and that lets everyone know and the dealer know that he's not entitled to win this because he didn't contribute to the main pot. Continuing with the 7th Street card. 7th Street card is down. The all-in player still continues to receive his card. I start the action with the high hand on 7th Street, pair of 4s, check or bet. The player will bet $10. The next player I'll ask, sir, call the 10. The player opts to call. Again, this player in the center did not contribute to this pot, so I must put this money in front of him to let everyone know, and this player, that he's not entitled to win it. When I call for a showdown, I take charge here because I need to give out the last pot made first and then work my way into the main pot. The main pot is directly in front of the dealer, and that is the last pot that will be awarded. So I need to get rid of all of the pots that are out here before I can award the main pot. And with that being said, I'll take control here and let these players know they must show down first to be in contention for this pot. Remember, this player is not entitled to win this, so I don't need to see his hand at this time. For demonstrational purposes only, I will reach over and open up the cards for each player, for each hand, and I will read. I'll start over here because immediately I know that there's a pair of 4s on the board. And at this point, I'm going to read the hand in its entirety. We have 2 pairs, jacks and 4s with a king. I'm going to read his opponent's hand, and his opponent has ace high. I will take the losing hand. I need to award this pot first before I can award the main pot. And also, when I award this pot, it entitles the player to be in contention for the main pot in front of me. I need to basically unlock his hand before I can read it. And when I unlock the hand, I am giving this pot to the winner of the pot. Now this player can turn over his hand. Again, I'm turning them over for demonstrational purposes, and I see that this player has 2 pair aces and 6s with a king. Remember, this player has jacks and 4s, so the higher pair beats, wins. I'll take the losing hand, put it in the muck, and the player who went all in now is not all in. He has some money to play with for the next hand.